to use Chinese. Are you planning to travel to China? One of the problems that you can be facing is the language barrier. For example, you might be finding it difficult to speak to people at the airport, train station, bus station, or even a store. You don't actually need to know some advanced words in Chinese language or some complex sentences. So this class is meant to guide you through some words, phrases, and some basic sentences that will make you to live an easy life while you stay in China. Alright, let's go. So the first thing you need to know is how to greet in Chinese language. So we're going to be looking at some basic greetings in Chinese language. Alright, so the first one is ni hao. Ni hao. So ni hao means hello. So when you say ni hao to someone, the person will say ni hao back to you. And if someone says ni hao to you, then you're expected to say ni hao to the person. So it's just basically hello, hello. Next is zao shang hao. Zao shang hao. Zao shang hao means good morning. Zao shang means morning. Hao means good. So zao shang hao, good morning. Xia wu hao, good afternoon. Wan shang hao, good evening. Knowing these basic greetings in Chinese language is very essential because Chinese people are always feeling confident when a foreigner speaks even the simplest ni hao to them. So probably if you need their assistance, they will be able to offer you the help. Next set of words we're going to be looking at are pronouns. Pronouns are very essential because you're going to be using them when you're introducing yourself or introducing some certain things. So for example, 我, which means I, 你, you, 他, which means he or she or it. And we also have like the plural form whereby you add men to the singular pronoun. For example, 我们, 你们, 他们, which means we, you in plural, then they or them. We also have some demonstrative pronoun like 这, which means this, and 那, which means that. Let's look at how we use them in some sentences. For example, 我是 Jane, which means I am Jane. 他是老师, he is a teacher. 我们是学生, we are students. 这是苹果, this is an apple. 这是我的包, this is my bag. 这是我的护照, this is my passport. 那不是我的, that is not mine. 那是我的学校, that is my school. So another thing you should learn about demonstrative pronoun is that you can add the measure word ge after it. For example, 这, you can have 这个, which simply means this one. We mostly use them at the object position. So for example, you can say 我要这个, I want this one. 我不要那个, I don't want that one. You can use these sentences maybe when you are in the store, you want to buy something and you don't know the name of the thing you want to buy. So you can say 这个, this one, 那个, that one. 我要, I want. So 要 means want. 我要这个, I want this one. 我不要那个, I don't want that one. You can click here to know more about Chinese pronouns, especially the interrogative pronouns, which you can use to ask questions. For example, 这是什么? What is this? So the next thing we're going to be looking at is asking for direction. The words we're going to be looking at are 请问, which means excuse me. 在哪儿? 在 means at. 哪儿 means where. So both of them together still means where. Then we're going to be looking at some locations like 医院, hospital, 饭店 or 饭馆, restaurant, 火车站, train station, 汽车站, bus station, 银行, bank, 飞机场, airport, 学校, school, 商店, shop or store. We can also add this verb 去, which means to go. So let's use these words in sentences. 请问饭店在哪儿? Excuse me, where is the restaurant? 请问火车站在哪儿? Excuse me, where is the train station. 我要去银行 I want to go to the bank. 我要去火车站 I want to go to the train station. 汽车站在哪儿 Where is the bus station? 我在汽车站 I'm at the bus stop. 我要去商店 I want to go to the store. These are the words and sentences you need to know when you're going to the bank. 钱 money. 存钱 to save money. 取钱 to withdraw money. 信用卡 a credit card. 换钱 to exchange money. Let's look at some sentences that you might be needing when you are in the bank. 我要存钱 I want to save money. 她要取钱 She wants to withdraw money. 多少钱 How much? 100元 or 100人民币 100 RMB. 我要换钱 I want to change money. 100美元换成人民币 Change $100 to renminbi. So let's look at some sentences that you might be making at the store. Remember, you don't need to know all the names of the items in the store. As I've said earlier on, you only need to know some pronouns like 这个, 那个, this one, that one. Let's look at these sentences. 我要买这个 I want to buy this. 我要买那个 I want to buy that. 这是多少钱 How much is this? 这是3块钱 This is 3 yuan. 你怎么支付 How do you want to pay? 我要扫码 I will scan. 我用微信 I'm going to use WeChat. 我用现金I'm going to use cash. 我用卡 I'm going to use card. Let's look at some words in these sentences that we've made. My means to buy. My means to buy. So 我要买 I want to buy. 多少 means how much. How much. So you can say 多少钱 how much money. So use it to ask question about how much something is. 支付 means to pay. 怎么支付 how to pay. 你怎么支付 how do you intend to pay. 扫码 means to scan. To scan a QR code. 现金 so 现金 means cash. So if you don't want to scan, you can just directly use a cash. 卡 means card. Okay, so it's a short form for 信用卡 which is credit card. If you're not using your cash, you're not scanning, you can just use your card. 卡 Then the last one is 微信 微信 means WeChat. So WeChat is an application that they use in China. It's kind of similar to WhatsApp, but WeChat has a lot of function in it. You can use it to buy tickets, order food, you can use it to chat, and definitely you can use it to pay for something. So when you're using WeChat to pay for something, you can use it to scan a QR code, or you can just directly send money to that person if the person is part of your contact. And if you want to know more about WeChat, you can just give me a comment in the comment section, then I'm going to make a video about the function of WeChat. Remember, this video is not about teaching you how to be fluent in Chinese language. It's just to guide you through some basic things that you need to know, whereby you'll be able to feel confident in, relating with the Chinese people, like buying something or asking some basic questions. When you're at the train station, the first thing you want to do is to go to the place where they are selling the ticket. So you say, 我要买火车票. I want to buy a train ticket. 火车 means train, then 票 means ticket. Then probably they will ask you that 你去哪儿, which means where are you going? 我要去上海 which means I want to go to Shanghai. But let's assume that you don't know how to pronounce the place that you're going to. You can just show them probably a picture or the name of the place you're going to. You can just tell them that 我要去这里, like you showing them where you're going to. 这里 means this place. Another important thing you need to know is number, because you're going to be using it probably when you're buying something, or maybe the number of your bus or the number of your train. I've already made a short video about Chinese number, but let's run through it together. So 1 is E, 2 is R, 3 is San, 4 is Si, 5 is Wu, 6 is Liu, 7 is Qi, 8 is Ba, 9 is Jiao, and 10 is Shi. But when you're talking about quantity of something, you don't say R for the number 2, you say liang. For example, you want to buy 2 things, you say 我要买2个, 我要买2个. Remember, 个 is a measure word, and that brings us to measure word. If you want to know more about measure word, you can just click here. The measure word that you need to use is the universal measure word, or let me just say the generic measure word, which is the measure word that you can use in place of any other measure word. So if you don't know the specific measure word used for some specific nouns, you can just use 个. For example, if you want to say I want to buy 2 pairs of trousers, you just say 我要买2条裤子. So instead of you saying 条, you can just say 个. So you can say 我要买2个裤子. Okay, it's not really a crime. Of course, they will understand that you're just, learning Chinese. So remember, this video is for you to be able to have the confidence of just, passing out your message to the Chinese people. So it's not for you to sound as fluent as a native speaker. If you have anything that you want to learn, you can just comment it and I'll try to make a video on it. And if you need a private class, just DM. Alright, see you in the next class. 再见.